Now, the June jobs report is out, and it's showing a solid labor market despite a lot of uncertainty. Data from the Labor Department shows employers added 147,000 jobs last month. That is much better than what economists were expecting. The unemployment rate also fell slightly to 4.1%. CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent Kelly O'Grady is here with us now. Kelly, great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Tell me, what do these numbers actually say about where we are at this very moment in the economy?
Okay, so from 30,000 feet, this is a good report, right? We didn't see the falling off of a cliff that I think some economists were worried about with all of this uncertainty around trade policy and the economy. That being said, there are two things that I want to double click on because I was going through the data. You mentioned the unemployment rate ticked down to 4.1%.
Yes.
Partially, that is because less people were actively looking for jobs. And for those at home, part of how that is calculated is you have to look at all the people who are actively searching to be included in that number. We don't like when less people are looking for jobs. The second thing is that 147,000 that you mentioned, big beat, we were expecting around 110,000. Half of the growth is coming from state and local government jobs, primarily in education. Think about the teachers, right, that are getting hired before going back to school. It's not sustainable, though, and we saw a slowdown in private sector hiring. So if we were to strip out all those government jobs, this June jobs report would actually look a lot different. People wouldn't be celebrating as much. So high level, yes, good, but the sustainability is in question.
I feel like every single person out there looks at these job reports or consumers and they hear from Chair Powell at the Fed, every couple of months. And they're like, okay, what does this mean about interest rates? What do you expect? I am expecting another hold in July, but what does the data tell you today?
I am with you in that betting camp. I do think that we're going to get another hold from Powell come end of July when the Fed is meeting again. But there's going to be a lot of pressure from, of course, President Trump and some other analysts zeroing in on exactly what I just said, that, hey, we are seeing a slowdown in the private sector because people aren't laying off in droves, but they're saying, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm not going to hire that person. Maybe I'm not going to. Exactly. Maybe I'm going to wait and see, like Powell.
Wait and see.
But I think what is going to be important is what does the next inflation report say? That's going to factor in as well. If you see that tick up in inflation because of tariffs, Powell is going to say, look, I'm glad we waited and see.
It's very interesting stuff. We also have news on today, President Trump announcing a new trade agreement with Vietnam just a few days before this deadline that's looming, the so-called reciprocal tariffs coming up next week. What was in that? And how should people understand? What does that actually mean, the deal with Vietnam?
Yeah, so this came out yesterday. Basically, we are going to see a 20% tariff on all goods coming from Vietnam. Remember, on Liberation Day, as the White House was calling it, that was at 46%. Then it went down to 10% as every country negotiated before that July 9th deadline that you mentioned. So 20% is higher than 10%, but not as high as I think some people feared. You're also going to see a 40% tariff on any goods that are coming from another country, and they are what is called transshipped through Vietnam. That is often something that's used by China to get around some trade agreements. And then the other thing that I think is really important for businesses in the U.S. is they are lifting all tariffs on U.S. businesses selling into Vietnam. So that's good for American businesses, right? So my takeaway here is the 10% baseline tariff that most countries are seeing right now before that negotiation, probably going to see that go up because that's exactly what we saw with Vietnam.
So that could be a benchmark indicator for future negotiations.
Yeah.
Kelly O'Grady, great to see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.